What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Liz Talks Vibes. I hope that you guys are feeling great. I hope that you guys are loving yourselves, and I hope that you guys are ready for these good vibes. So, today I'm talking about how I am 3 years in without drinking alcohol. I always feel like I want to say I'm 3 years sober because I just feel like alcohol was the hardest one for me to let go because I was just so consumed by it. I did cocaine. That was just for 2 years though. I mean, 2 years is still a lot. Like 2 full years doing cocaine, like that's bad. And the withdrawals were bad too. But with alcohol, like I've been drinking alcohol since I was like 10, 11. With smoking weed, I started when I was like 18 and I was always on and off. And it was the last substance that I quit because I was just so in denial. Everybody says it's a plant, it can't do nothing to you. It helps you with anxiety, it helps you with depression, it helps you relax, it helps you get creative and all this BS. But none of it is true. When you're smoking weed, you are harming your lungs. It worsens your anxiety, it worsens your depression. It doesn't get to the root cause. It might help you a little bit, it might give you a little relief because it just makes you wander off. Like it makes you escape. That way you don't deal with your problems, but you want to deal with your problems. You want to get to the root cause of anxiety and your depression. And with alcohol, it's the same thing. It's a fucking depressant. Like alcohol is poison. It's 3 years without alcohol and I'm so fucking proud of myself. I don't count down the days and stuff like that. I just know every year in December, that's just another year without alcohol. And I don't crave it at all, you guys. I don't want it. I'm so much happier and I'm such at peace. I feel like so much has happened within these 3 years. I love to reflect during this time because it's so amazing and growth is like so cool. It's so beautiful and it just amazes you. My own growth amazes me and it's inspiring. Because if you were to ask me 4 years ago, 5 years ago, if I would ever stop drinking, I'd be like, no. Like, are you crazy? If I were to tell myself that I would stop drinking, I'd be like, you're tripping. Like, there's no way. I was so into alcohol. Like, it was everything. I loved going out. I loved partying because I loved to escape. I didn't practice self-love. I didn't practice self-care. And I didn't like my life. I didn't like me. I wasn't doing anything about it until I decided to do something about it because, you get tired of your own BS. I was just tired of my own stuff. To a lot of people, quitting alcohol might not be the biggest achievement. But to me, it is because I was drinking for so many years, you guys. Like, so many years heavily. I wasn't just a casual drinker. I was drinking every day, every weekend, like Friday, Saturday. I was blacking out, sometimes even Thursday. Even during the week, you guys, I would hang out at this bar and there would be times where I would just not remember anything and I'd be like, dude, I really blacked out. And people would tell me like, no, you were fine, this and that. And I would ask questions because I wouldn't remember. That's so fucking scary, blacking out. Like, what the fuck? Alcohol, because of everything that I've been through and just like, dude, I hit rock bottom. Like, I was so fucking depressed. I was dealing with so much anxiety. And I was just dealing with myself. Like, I was at this war with myself. And being able to get out of that, like it's something internal, you want to fix yourself internally, you want to change internally. And that is the biggest achievement for me. Like those are the biggest achievements. Yeah, external achievements are great. I have goals. I also have a lot of goals of healing, of fixing myself, where my goal was to go from a negative mindset to a positive mindset, to heal my anxiety, to heal my depression, to start speaking highly about myself, because all of that contributed to my growth. And slowly but surely, I was able to get myself out of there. It's not easy. While reflecting back, I'm like, life was hard drinking alcohol. Life was fucking hard. And yeah, it was a little hard trying to quit alcohol and trying to change my ways, but that was only temporary. Like if I were to keep drinking, my life would be hard. I chose to just deal with this little temporary hard instead of a lifelong hard life. So you really got to choose your heart. I pushed myself through the withdrawals and it was a process. Like I fucking remember the withdrawals, those days where I felt like, why the fuck am I doing this? At the beginning, my life was not changing. I wasn't changing. And I said, well, what the fuck's the point? I was just a week in, you know? And I said, why am I feeling so bad if I quit already? But nobody tells you about the withdrawals. Nobody tells you about the depression that you might hit after, the anxiety, because you do have anxiety while you're drinking alcohol, but your anxiety gets a little bit worse when you quit because you're just anxious, you know, like you're irritated because you're facing reality and you have all these emotions that you don't know how to deal with because you've been hiding them for so long, you've been avoiding them. And now that you are facing yourself, that you are facing your life reality, you're like, oh shit, like, what do I do? You know, you start overthinking, leading to anxiety. And I know that's what happened to me. Anxiety is just stressing. It's having all these negative scenarios in your head and just thinking the worst about everything. I talk about anxiety and people think I've never dealt with anxiety because I say things like, don't let your anxiety scare you, learn from it. Don't let your anxiety hold you back. Stop using anxiety as your excuse because people just say, oh, I have anxiety, you know, for this or that. Social anxiety too. Like, I get it because I was like that. I used to fucking have this social anxiety, but it's your intuition telling you shouldn't belong there in a certain environment, you know. And it was also because I lacked confidence and I didn't love myself. Now I can go out wherever the fuck I want and I stand tall and I know who the fuck I am and I love myself and I just express me, you know. I don't care what others are thinking about me. If they say something about me, like, I don't care. I'm doing me, you know, and I'm confident in who I am. So I don't have that social anxiety anymore. And when I do go somewhere, I mean, I avoid a lot of places now. Like, I don't go out to clubs or anything like that. I don't go out to parties. I don't really have friends. I don't put myself in those situations because when I did, I would get this social anxiety feeling, but it was my intuition telling me I don't belong there. You know, and those are like two different things because you feel in your intuition when you don't belong in a place, but then when you lack confidence, that's like in your head, you know, because you're thinking all these things and then you're building anxiety within yourself. But this feeling, this gut feeling, it's not anxiety, it's just your intuition telling you there's some bad vibes here, you shouldn't be here. And alcohol does not help with your social anxiety. It just worsens it because you're depending then on this substance to help you loosen up when it doesn't help you loosen up. It's this negative spirit taking over your body. When I reflect, it's like I see myself in the past. I see myself when I used to go out at the clubs, when I used to go to a bar, and I just see myself as this lost soul because I was completely lost. I was disconnected from my true self and all these other lost souls around me, and we're just lost together. You know, you think you're having this engaging conversation where you guys are having this deep conversation or whatever. Like, there's no deep connections there, okay? Everybody else is lost. Like, nobody's being their true self. There's no true connection. It's just crazy, you know, to look back and just see all that. I'm just very happy for myself and I'm so fucking proud of myself because I got out of that really dark place. I know it's hard for a lot of people. It was fucking hard for me, you know, and if I can do it, anybody can fucking do it. They find these excuses. It really starts with self-love. You have to love yourself. You have to accept everything that has happened to you, everything you've done, your reality, and just move the fuck on. Like, let it go. Like, if you want change, you have to change. You have to take action. You can't just sit there and expect things to change for you. You can't move on without letting stuff go. You just have to let go. When I was drinking alcohol, I was just filling myself with so much negativity, and I just kept holding on to so much negativity and to so much anger and the past, and I was just tired of it, you know. And I'm like, why am I holding on to this? You know, like, why am I holding on to this resentment? Like, I just gotta let it go. And I did, dude. When I let go of alcohol, you guys, let me tell you, I let go of anger. I let go of negative feelings, of negative thoughts. Of course, sometimes those feelings and thoughts come up, but they don't affect me how they did before. You know, I reflect on them and I learn from them. I think about it, okay, this is coming up for some reason. Like, let me see what it do. You know, let me meditate on it, or let me journal about it. And things come up, you know, and I'm like, damn, like, I never saw it like this, or this is teaching me this now. I let go of people. I let go of bad habits. I let go of so much stuff. And it's just so awesome how I handle things differently now. I actually handle things, you know, because when I was drinking alcohol, I was just pushing stuff to the side. I didn't want to deal with anything. I didn't want to deal with me. I didn't want to deal with my life. And I was just like, I ain't dealing with none of it, you know, but I actually deal with things now. It was a changing point for me. Of course, I was a little bit scared because I said, I'm so used to this. How's my life going to be now? Who am I going to be? You know, that was my thing. Like, what the fuck am I going to be? I was this party person, this hyphy person, and just down for the hype. But I knew deep down that wasn't me. And, you know, it felt freeing, you know, letting go of alcohol. Oh my God, I feel like I'm getting emotional. um, it was just so freeing. Like, it's fun though, you know, instead of being scared, I saw it as something fun because I was going to discover my true self and I was going to have fun with it because there was so much that I just hid about myself because I was scared of how people were going to see me. They weren't going to like me, but I just had to accept who the fuck I was and love myself, you know? And I'm just so proud of me. And I'm proud of you if you have gotten out of alcohol, if you have gotten out of any drug addiction, weed addiction, just any type of addiction. If you have gotten yourself out of depression, out of anxiety, I'm so fucking proud of you. We do recover ourselves. It is possible and you can do it yourself. And if you're thinking about it, you guys just do it, okay? Because it's going to change your life for the better. You're going to attract positivity and just being yourself. It's so freeing. It builds confidence and it's just loving yourself. In order to start healing, I had to let go of alcohol. And I know I didn't let go of weed. I wasn't sober yet, but it was a start. That's when I kind of started healing some stuff. But I didn't really start healing until I went sober, which was last year. But just letting go of alcohol was a huge fucking step for me. And I'm so proud of myself. 3 years down and many more to go. I hope that this helps you throughout your sober journey if you're starting or if you're just thinking. And I really hope that it inspires you to quit alcohol if you are drinking because nothing good comes out of it. It ruins your life. It makes you unhappy. It doesn't let you connect with your authentic self, with your true self. It doesn't allow you to glow, to express your true self. And it doesn't bring you peace. It creates this war within you. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.